I'm pleased to welcome you to Cushman Wakefield's quarterly face-to-face interview with city builders and leaders regarding matters that impact the Toronto business community. Today, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Peter Menkes, President of the Industrial and Commercial Division of Menkes Development Limited. Peter's family company, along with HOOP, which is the pension plan for the Ontario healthcare providers, have famously built the LEED Gold certified office building at 25 York. And now, Peter's development company, to capitalize on the momentum in Toronto's downtown South Core, by building a massive mixed-use real estate development, another LEED Gold certified building known as 1 York. Welcome, Peter.
Thank you, Brian, and thanks for having me. I must say it is exciting to be sitting here in this fantastic space within 25 York, one of my most favorite, which is known as the TELUS Hosting Center, and it's great views looking into Union Plaza and to what our continued vision is within the area.
Peter, it'd be great if you could describe the size and scope of this project, as well as the targeted completion date.
So the site is just to the south of 25 York, bounded by Lakeshore, Harbour Street, and York Street. Okay. It's approximately a 3-acre site, and we're going to be building 2 million square feet of a mixed-use project. 1 York Street, which is the office component, is an 800,000 square foot building, similar in size to 25 York. With that, we're going to have 3 levels of retail totaling 200,000 square feet, which will have shops, health club, food court to service the office building, as well as we'll have 2 70-story condominium towers, which will contain 1,400 units. So it's a real mixed-use, live, work, play project.
Now, like 25 York, with 1 York, you're proceeding on a speculative basis without a tenant in hand. The last time we saw an office developer pre-25 York kick off an office building without an anchor tenant, it was the late 80s. Can you comment on your obvious confidence in proceeding?
Sure, and when we started with 25 York, when we bought the site, a lot of people didn't really understand why we would go, quote, south of the track. When I looked at this area, I saw the Air Canada Centre on the east, Rogers Centre on the west, and roads and infrastructure in place as a service subdivision sitting in downtown Toronto. So from our standpoint, we looked at this area with sites ready to go. So being connected to Union Station, we said, there's so many travelers coming into Union Station every day throughout the year that we were very confident to build 25 York on spec. Through that process, we started to design the building, and TELUS came along, and it just so happened that they leased 55% of the building in advance and gave us tremendous confidence, obviously, to continue to look abroad to find other sites in the area. Right. So with 1 York Street, we have the same vision. We feel very confident with the demand in this area for the type of product that we're creating that we'll be able to be very successful. There's very low vacancy in the area. Right. And this building that we're sitting in, we could have added another 10 floors and still been 100% leased.
Now, along those lines, Peter, what type of business tenants do you see 1 York attracting?
We found, obviously, with TELUS coming here, then we had financial companies like Desjardins come in. We had MarketWire, we had PC Financial come into our project. And now in the area, we obviously have Royal Bank moving just to the south of us. Right. SNC Lavalin is here. PricewaterhouseCoopers is here. So all the big firms that are in the King Bay core area have really moved down to the South Core districts.
Right, yeah, a real cross-section across different industries. Now, what type of marketing opportunities and branding would be associated with a company looking at moving into 1 York?
At 25 York, we were very fortunate to have TELUS, a company that was really leading edge and a tremendous marketer. So at 1 York, we'll have the same type of opportunities. We've always tried to be leading edge and try to create a space that is for everybody. A lot of clear glass, a lot of environments that make it a pleasing area for people to work with. That said, any company that comes in, signage is a great way to brand. We'll have close to a 40-foot high lobby, so we'll be able to do different things and retail opportunities for branding for tenants that occupy the building as well.
Peter, could you describe the design components you're looking to incorporate into 1 York?
At 25 York, we really were leading edge. We took all the new technologies that had been developed through the 90s and into the 2000s to incorporate into 25 York. So a lot of the features we will be continuing, moving into the 1 York Street. Items such as, floor-to-ceiling glass, which gives a lot of natural light coming into the building, which decreases the amount of lighting that you need and consumption for energy within the building. Raised floor mechanical system is a big attribute to this building. The fresh air quality, as well as the operation of the mechanical system, uses a lot less power.
Tell us your vision and track record for developing green buildings. And I mean, you've already touched on some of it, but why does it matter?
Well, over the years, going back 20, 30 years ago, you're always trying to do different things to reduce your operating costs. Tenants pay the operating costs. You want to keep all their costs as low as possible. So we would always be doing energy retrofits. Now with LEED and LEED Gold, there's more and more products and ideas available to be that much more sustainable. And I think we all owe it to ourselves to be sustainable for the long term. And all that technology is available to us. So from our standpoint, we don't see it as an increased cost. There used to be a discussion that it would cost more. We see it as really a flat cost and reduces operating costs for tenants, so it's a win-win for everybody.
Now, regarding the overall market, downtown Toronto is one of the fastest growing office markets. What would you attribute its success to?
Well, we are the envy, that's for sure. Every newspaper you open up, it's headlines about Toronto. And we've done a few great things here. The province started something called Places to Grow strategy and their whole intensification. Curbing urban sprawl and really intensifying the city has been a real boon to everybody. Bringing more people into the city has actually been driving the demand for office space. So when companies were moving out to the 905 areas because of the growing population, that has really changed now because the office workers want to be close to where they live.
Well, thank you for filling us in on this amazing development, Peter. As the exclusive leasing agent for One York, Cushman Wakefield is committed to moving this project forward and introducing it to as many forward-thinking companies as possible.
Well, thank you, Brian. It's been a pleasure. We've had a great relationship with Cushman Wakefield. We've done a lot of leasing at 25 York with Cushman. They brought us TELUS and several other tenants, and we look forward to continued successes at 1 York Street.
Thank you.
Thank you.